Do you hate door knocking? Let's talk about the door knocking process for a moment. Most agents don't prospect door to door to build their database because the process is so tedious and follow-up is even more difficult. Not to mention the overwhelming fear of being rejected, intrusive, and not having a value proposition. However, most agents would agree that door knocking is the most cost-effective way to farm a neighborhood and build their database. Tell me if this sounds familiar. You want to start door knocking, and the first thing you do is call your title rep and ask for a farm packet for a certain area. Once you receive your packet in spreadsheet format, you organize it in some sort of order, usually alphabetically by street name. You then search the MLS for that same area so you can get all the market activity. Once you've done that, you head out to the neighborhood with your spreadsheet and clipboard in hand and start knocking throughout the neighborhood, taking notes and trying to track your prospecting activity. Once you're done prospecting, you head back to your office and begin a manual follow-up process. You review your notes, send out a few scattered thank you notes, but only to a random handful of homeowners that you may have met. All the while not knowing if they may or may not actually turn into a listing or buying lead. When you eventually return to follow up in the same farm, whenever that may be, what's next? You have the same old spreadsheet, all your notes that are all over the place, the whole time trying to remember which homes you visited and what was said, only to be disappointed by seeing for sale signs by other agents on homes that you may have missed. How frustrating! How KnockWise is changing door knocking forever. First, the system is an entirely cloud-based door knocking CRM and analytics tool, offered on both Android and iOS. When you log in and create a farm, the system will generate data for you automatically based on a few sources. Start a farm area by using an address or a zip code. You can then draw your farm area in the system and get a count of how many homes are within the shape that you drew, and will then allow you to edit the shape if needed. Once ready, with a click of the button, instantly get all the accurate property and market data. This is done by retrieving all of the homeowner information, such as name, address, bed, baths, square footage, as well as the last sale date and price. Next, the system will generate your local MLS statuses, such as active, sold, pending, canceled, expired, and withdrawn. All the records are then merged with your property data records. Now, when you're knocking on a prospect's door, not only do you know their name and property detail, you also know the names and local neighborhood information about properties recently sold or just listed properties. This information, when presented properly, will present you as the neighborhood expert and the go-to agent in the area. How KnockWise makes you smarter. Now comes the magic. Actual, organized, accountable follow-up. Use our response-based CRM system with auto-generated follow-up tasks based on your activity. For example, visit a home, and let's say the owner is not home. You will simply select a response of not home, and the system will then tell you when to go back, what letter to send from the templates, and when to send it. Automating your mail and follow-up efforts while also allowing you to set generation, take photos, and voice-activated notes that are time and date stamped. That makes keeping track of your work a breeze and produces better results. The next wow in the system is that KnockWise will track how much time you spend at each door for each response, as well as how long you were out prospecting that neighborhood per day or as an entire effort over different customized time intervals. Imagine if you knew what days, times, and neighborhoods to prospect based on the highest percentage of homeowners being home and increasing your contact rates. KnockWise's mission is to help realtors be more informed about their farms, be more efficient in their door-knocking efforts, and make follow-up almost completely automated. We like to say, don't wait for opportunity to knock, but rather go out and knock for opportunity. Join the revolution now. www.knockwise.com